Hello and namaste to everyone. So in my last trigonometry video, you'll see a playlist in my YouTube channel, and in trigonometry video you will see that the first video which I have explained is all about trigonometric ratios. So after the trigonometric ratios, I would like to start with the examples which are given in your NCERT CBSE textbook class 10th. So let's start with example first, which is given on page 178. Example first, page 178. Given that tan A is equals to 4 by 3, find the other trigonometric ratios of the angle A. So basically there is a triangle A, B and C. And they are saying that they have given you tan A is equals to 4 by 3, right? And what you have to find it, with the help of this, you have to find out all the other trigonometric ratios for this triangle. That is, you have to find out sin A, cos A, cot A, cosec A, and sec A. So let's see how we'll start. Before moving on to anything, can I simply say that cot A will be equals to 3 by 4? Can I say cot A will be equal to 3 by 4? Why I can say cot A will be equal to 3 by 4? Because we know cot A is nothing but reciprocal of tan A. That is, cot A is equals to 1 upon tan A. And what is tan A in this case? That is 1 upon 4 by 3. This 3 will go up, and that is how we will get it as 3 by 4. So cot A is equals to nothing but 3 by 4. Let us see how are we going to find out other trigonometric ratios for this triangle. I can say tan A is equals to 4 by 3 and cot A is equals to 3 by 4. See, what is tan A equal to? Tan A is equals to nothing but side opposite to angle A upon side adjacent to angle A, right? So can I say the side opposite to angle A? Can I say this is going to be equal to 4K, and side adjacent to angle A is going to be equal to 3K? How I have taken 4K and 3K? How I have taken this number K? Because see, when these both are in ratio, then there will be some common factor which will get cut from both numerator and denominator, and I am considering that common number as nothing but K. Okay? So I can say, see, you can see 4K upon 3K. That K and K cut, that gives you 4 by 3. Okay? That is how I am taking this as 4K and 3K. Now side opposite to angle A is nothing but 4K. Side adjacent to angle A is nothing but 3K. So can I find out the hypotenuse for this triangle? Yes, by using Pythagoras theorem, I can find out the hypotenuse of this triangle. And what is Pythagoras theorem equal to? AB square plus BC square will be equal to what? Hypotenuse ka whole square, that is AC square. So can I say 4K? I'm sorry, AB is 3K. 3K whole square, and BC is what? 4K whole square. That is going to be equal to what? AC square. This is 9K square, and this is 16K square is equals to AC square. Now I have AC square is equals to 25K square, which gives me AC as what? 5K, right? By using Pythagoras theorem, I have find out AC is equals to nothing but 5K. Can I say AC as 5K? Now as we know, AC is 5K. So now we know the three sides of this triangle. Now sin A is equals to what? Sin A is side opposite to angle A upon hypotenuse. side opposite to angle A upon hypotenuse. Which is side opposite to angle A? 4k. And which is hypotenuse for this k? 5k. K and k will get cut, and what we have? Sin A as 4 by 5. With this, can I say cosec A will be equal to 5 by 4? How I can say this? Because cosec A is nothing but reciprocal of sin A. So sin A is equals to 4 by 5 for this case, and cosec A is equals to 5 by 4 for this example. Now see, what will be cos A equal to? Cos A is nothing but side adjacent to angle A. Okay, side adjacent to angle A upon hypotenuse. Can I say this? Side adjacent to angle A upon hypotenuse. Which is side adjacent to angle A? Nothing but 3k. See, this is angle A. Which is side adjacent to it? 3k. And what is hypotenuse for this case? 5k. K and k will get cut here again. So I will have nothing but cos A as 3 by 5. So cos A is equals to 3 by 5. What will be sec A equals to? I can clearly say 5 by 3. Why? Because sec A is reciprocal of cos A. So if I summarize all the trigonometric ratio for this triangle, then I can say tan A is equals to 4 upon 3 as given in the question. Cot A is equals to 3 upon 4. Sin A is equals to 4 upon 5. Cosec A is equals to 5 upon 4. And cos A is equals to 3 upon 5. And last, sec A is equal to 5 upon 3. So using this method and using the conceptual knowledge which I have explained to you in your previous video for trigonometric ratio, we have find out all the trigonometric ratios for this triangle for angle A. Let's move on to next example, that is example 2. See, example 2 is, if angle B and angle Q are acute angles such that sin B is equals to sin Q, then prove that angle B is equal to angle Q. So these kind of questions are important for you to practice, because if you will not practice these are kind of questions, then you will not be able to identify the approach which you have to use for these questions. So it is important that you understand these questions very carefully and as well as practice them a lot if you want to do the correct proof in your examination and if you want to identify the correct approach as soon as you see the question. Okay, so let's see. There is this one triangle and another triangle. A, C, B. This is P, R and Q. Now they are saying this is angle B and this is angle Q. And these both are acute angles such that sin B is equals to sin Q. And what I have to prove? I have to prove that angle B is equals to angle Q. So let's see how are we going to do this. Sin B is equals to sin Q. Okay? So what is sin B? Again, sin B is side adjacent to angle B upon hypotenuse, which is side, sin B is not side adjacent to angle B. Sin B is side opposite to angle B. I am so sorry. Sin B is side opposite to angle B, while cos B is side adjacent to angle B. So sin B is side opposite to angle B upon hypotenuse. Now which side is opposite to angle B in this case? AC. Clearly AC is the side which is opposite to angle B. So can I say sin B is equals to nothing but AC upon what is hypotenuse? AB, right? Similarly, can I say sin Q is also going to equal to side opposite to angle Q upon hypotenuse? What is side opposite to angle Q? Side opposite to angle Q is PR. And what is hypotenuse for this case? PQ. Can I say sin Q is equals to PR upon PQ? Right? And now I can equate 1 and 2 as given in the question, because it is given in the question that sin B is equals to nothing but sin Q. So using this, can I say AC upon AB is equals to PR upon PQ? Can I say this? Can I say AC upon AB is equals to PR upon PQ? Right? Now let's interchange these. Okay? I can, because this is equal to this, so I can take this here and I can take this there. So I can also write AC upon PR is going to be equal to AB upon PQ. Can I say AC upon PR is going to be equal to AB upon PQ? Now let us suppose that this is equal to some number. Okay? Can I say? Then I can say AC upon PR is also equal to K. And I can say AB upon PQ is also equal to K. So, using this and using this, can I say AC is equal to nothing but K times of PR? And similarly, AB is equal to nothing but K times of PQ? Right? This is very important. See, this is AC upon AB, PR upon PQ. We have interchanged both of them and we have got AC upon PR is equals to AB upon PQ, which I have taken equal to, let some random number K. Now AC upon PR is also going to be equal to K and AB upon PQ is also going to be equal to K. So, using this I can say AC is equals to K times of PR and AB is equals to K times of PQ, right? I can write this. AC is equals to K times of PR and AB is equals to K times of PQ, right? Now see, let us try to find what BC upon RQ is equal to. BC upon RQ. Using Pythagoras theorem, we are going to find here now what BC upon RQ is going to be equal to, but before that we need to find what is BC. Using Pythagoras theorem, can I say BC square plus AC square is equals to AB square, right? Which gives me BC as nothing but AB square minus AC square ka under root, right? Taking this here, which gives me AB square minus AC square, that is equals to BC square. Now I have to take under root on both the sides, and that's how I get BC is equals to root of AB square minus AC square. So let me write this here. BC is equals to what? Root of AB square minus AC square. Now what is RQ equal to? RQ is equals to, again, using Pythagoras theorem, can I write RQ square plus PR square is going to be equal to PQ square, right? Now I will take this PR here. So I have RQ square is equals to PQ square minus PR square. Now again taking roots on both the sides, I will get RQ as PQ square minus PR square, right? So let's put this here. RQ is equal to PQ square minus PR square. See, I can put AC as KPR and AB as KPQ in this. So let us see what will be AC square equal to. AC square is going to be equal to K square and PR square, and AB square is also going to be equal to K square and PQ square, right? Because we have AC as KPR and AB as KPQ. So AC square is going to be equal to K PR square and AB square is going to be equal to K square PQ square. K square, AC square is equals to K square PR square and AB square is equals to K square PQ square, right? I think in my last step I was telling that this is also equal to square when we are squaring on both the sides. So AC square is also going to be equal to K square and PR square, and AB square is also going to be equal to K square and PQ square, right? I am going to put these square values of AC square and AB square here. See, BC upon RQ is what? AB square minus AC square. What is AB square? Let's put that value here. AB square is nothing but K square PR square. So can I write K square PR square minus AC is what? Sorry, AB square is not K square PR square. AB square is K square PQ square. This is AB square, K square PQ square. And what is AC square? K square PR square. So minus K square PR square upon will be nothing but PQ square minus PR square. See now, K square and K square. Can I take this common? I can, and I can write it as K square bracket PQ square minus PR square upon root of PQ square minus PR square, right? Now let's see. Let's solve it further, where BC upon QR. This is equals to BC upon QR. Can I take this K square out? Okay, because this is under root, this is K square. So if I will take this out, it will become K under root of PQ square minus PR square upon under root of PQ square minus PR square. Can I deduct this? Yes, I can deduct this from numerator and denominator. So this is how I have reached to the conclusion that BC upon QR is also equal to K. And now from our previous equations, I have already seen that AC upon PR is equals to AB upon PQ, which is also equal to K. So using this equation, let us say this equation as 1 and let us say this equation as 2. So using 1 and 2, as this is also equal to K and as this is also equal to K, can I say all these three will be equal to one another? Because this is also equal to K and this is also equal to K. I can say all these three will be equal to one another. So I can say BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR, which is equal to AB upon PQ. I can write it as like this, BC upon QR. I can write it as like this, that BC upon QR is equals to AC upon PR is equals to AB upon BQ. Now BC upon QR from this triangle, BC is from this triangle, QR is from this triangle. AC upon PR, AC is from this triangle and PR is from this triangle. It's equals to AB upon PQ. AB is from this triangle and PQ is from this triangle. Now using properties of triangle, which says when the ratio of one triangle, when the ratio of the sides, when the ratio, see this is the ratio of the sides of two triangles. Now ratio of sides of these both triangles are equal to one another, right? As this upon this upon this and this upon this is equal to one another. That is why ratio of the sides of both these triangles are equal to one another. That is how I can say that triangle ACB is similar to triangle PRQ, right? I can say triangle ACB is similar to triangle PRQ. Now as both these triangles are similar to one another, therefore their angles will be equal to one another. In similar triangles, if both the triangles are similar, then their angles are going to be equal. If these triangles are similar and then the ratio of their sides are equal, then these are similar triangles and then their angles are equal to one another. So using that, I can say angle A is equals to angle B, angle C is equals to angle R, and angle B is equals to angle Q. So using the property of triangle, I have proven that angle A is equals to angle B, angle C is equals to angle R, and angle B is equals to angle Q. So that is how we have proven angle B is equals to angle Q for both of these triangles. I hope this proof is clear to you. It uses a lot of concepts of triangle like Pythagoras theorem and similarity concept and congruency of angle concept, right? Because as these triangles are similar, therefore these angles are equal. So you should be aware about these properties of triangle before you try to solve trigonometry questions where proofs are required. Okay? So it is important for you to have the knowledge of triangle before you start solving trigonometry, because trigonometry needs prerequisite knowledge of triangle, because all of trigonometry is based on triangles only. So I hope this question is clear to you. If you have any doubts, please mention it in comment section, and I hope you have enjoyed learning this video. Thank you.